Why don't you go see your boy?
Yeah, he got a nice room. Won't have it long. He left a call for 7 a.m.
Bad girls make him say wow. 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 I like it, like it. I like it, like it, like it, like that. Bad girls make him say wow.
We've been in South Africa for 24 hours and we've slept for 20 of them. So we're gonna go try to be productive. Sushi for lunch. Lion's Head?
Sushi, Lion's Head, and then Boulders Beach.
Penguins. Because we're not gonna see any in Antarctica. Alright, that's fucking cool. Look where we are, dude. This is amazing. Big ladders.
Currently right now we are in Cape Town, South Africa. We're here a few days early before we run 100 miles in Antarctica on November 7th. So we got ourselves a little extracurricular hike, a little taper hike going up this mountain. I believe it's called Lion's Head. We're headed out to the summit. We got Tabletop Mountain in the background. It's a gorgeous view. And yeah, we're getting things done.
A lot of people have been saying things about DNFing a lot in the past, and you're absolutely right. Was not in shape for a lot of my recent races. Antarctica is going to be flat. It's going to be perfect running temperatures for me. It's like running in a Newport winter. 0 to 20 degrees is phenomenal for me. I'm a really good cold weather runner, and the course is entirely flat. Really the only issue is going to be the wind, which is anywhere from 20 to 40 miles an hour. But I'm not concerned about hitting the 24-hour mark for the 100 miles. I think it's going to be weather dependent, but I think we're going to come in anywhere from 19 to 21 hours. That's my best guess. And then I'm going to keep running, hopefully. Rob and I got back today. We're doing all of our packing and gear checks. So we got all of our race bibs. We got our packs coming with us on the plane. We got some food, some good eats. And so now we make sure it's all organized because we have we get picked up at 6:30 a.m. So we need to be at the pickup point 6:30 a.m. tomorrow with all our gear. We fly out 10 a.m.
How are the vibes?
Oh, that was on camera. That was perfect.
Good morning. We are going to eat some breakfast because we don't know how much we're going to be eating throughout the day. Big breakfast, and then we're going to go to the airport, and then we're going to be in Antarctica.
So after we finished the Transcon, Rob and I kept talking about what crazy things we could do, and there's a lot that came to mind, and one of Rob's dreams has been to run 100 miles in Antarctica. But beyond that, he wanted to do like the hottest place on Earth and the coldest place on Earth. I told him I would never go back to a hot desert with him. So we settled on figuring out a way that we could go to Antarctica together. We've got our boarding tickets. We're at Cape Town International, so we got our little boarding cars, passport check. They weighed our bags for the flight, and then we're gonna board the plane in probably the next hour or so and take off the next two. Just landed in Antarctica. It's 4:30 South Africa time, 9:30 on Eastern States. Landed on the Blue Ice runway. Took about a 5.5 hour flight in. Cargo plane, Soviet cargo plane. Pretty cool. Got changed into all of our gear, just landed, took a little walk over the hill, left the jet. Now we're moving into our residences. They're like a shipping container on skis. So that's where we're sleeping. Really nice actually. There's nothing out here. I mean, not too cold. I'd say it's like 20s right now. It's really not bad. Yeah. We're gonna get the course prepped somewhere around here. We're gonna do a lot of laps, and then word on the street is they're gonna start their run at midnight. We're in UTC, so we got about 10 hours allegedly till we start. Time to get some rest. All right, check out our new crib. We got 8 bunks in here, double deckers. The lounge, this is where the magic happens. Dinner table. We got what? 2, 4, 6, 8 beds. We've got electricity wired in here, so I'm probably gonna be hooking up to Starlink.
From a safety point of view, we've decided to push the start of the race, if that's the right terminology, to somewhere we're going to get a good night's sleep. You're going to have breakfast, and after breakfast we're going to make a call. Looking to start at 9 o'clock. Again, this is Antarctica. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but this isn't to do a decision. This isn't a decision made based on your discomfort, because this is supposed to be uncomfortable, right? We don't care if you're uncomfortable. That's not a problem. You're going to run a race in Antarctica, but your safety is important. And these guys are like, we're going to get some cold injuries. They don't want people having frostbite. They don't want people losing their noses, their ears, their fingers, okay? So we just have to make a call, and that call is that we're going to delay the start. We're going to have a good night's sleep. We're going to have breakfast at 8 o'clock, and we'll be looking to start at 9. And we still don't know exactly what the course is going to look like, because we've got to have a look at the weather conditions as well at the same time. Maybe if we start at 9, we can revert back to a longer course, because we've been talking about plans of making a 1 kilometer course round camp at one stage earlier this evening in the middle of the night. But we decided that that just wasn't acceptable, regardless of what's happening. We didn't want you guys running around in a 1K loop. We found a sort of 4.2K loop, which might well be what happens tomorrow for a bit until the conditions improve, and then we could go to the longer loop. But let's discuss that tomorrow. Let's see how we go after breakfast. We've got all the time in the world, because we're here in good time. We've still got plenty of time to get a 24-hour event in that time, but I think for everyone this is going to be the best option.
The weather right now is warmer than my winter back home, so I'm really excited for this. We'll see how it goes in the evening when it gets a lot colder and a lot windier, but right now, really excited. Nothing really different.
It's essentially like a desert in the middle of Texas, but all ice. And there's like a few mountains every now and then, which is kind of like Texas, but instead of it being 100 degrees, it's like negative 100 degrees.
Feels like we're dancing in the eye of the storm. Between the gray skies, blurred lines waiting for the dawn. Forget about the outside, baby, for the first time I can finally breathe. Maybe this is our night, nothing but a storm, right? And now I take the lead.
Just straight away to the start of each loop. Doing really good. Rob and I are staying right with each other, but we have 2 very different strategies. I'm doing a constant run and jog, about 11-15 pace per mile. Rob's doing a run-walk interval. He's doing, I think, 0.9 mile run, 0.1 mile walk, alternating. So he's doing a faster split on his running than I am. That's Rob. He's about 30 seconds ahead of me. We finished the last lap together, and I stopped for a food break. I'm stopping every 2 laps or every 5 miles or so to eat some food, but he's running with a vest. Very different strategies, but both performing pretty much exactly the same, so it'll be fun. We gotta sell the race right now. See how things go.
Super good, we're 13 miles in. That'll be lap 6 done. which means that we got another 7 more of that to go, and then we're done. I'm at 34 miles in 6 hours and 50 minutes. So not bad, definitely way ahead of schedule, which is good. But my first time sitting down in about 7 hours. So that really feels nice. Now I gotta start cycling in Advil throughout the rest of the race, essentially.
It started getting hard for me around mile 20, 21. I was way behind on calories. I was not eating enough. But that was right about lunchtime was supposed to be. And so I planned for a big break there to eat a lot of food. And there was some miscommunication and the food wasn't to be ready for another hour. So I ended up spending all this time like shoveling down Cliff Bars and just trying to get calories in because I was so far behind. 26, 27 at that marathon point were some of the tougher ones in the very beginning there. The joke is always that miles 1 through 70 aren't anything, and then the race doesn't actually start till mile 70 for the last 30 miles. Like that's the ultra, is the last 30 miles. And that was definitely the case for this, because 70 through 100 was rough. Even after we had just survived the night from like mile 50 to 70. And then even though the sun came back up, mile 70 through 100 was really rough. We just ran 100 miles in 23 hours and 22 minutes, which is a new world record by an hour and 13 minutes. And that was the worst night of my fucking life.
It's a lot of fun that you never want to have again. You know? Things are usually very, very difficult. They teach you a lot and you get to grow as a person, but you don't have to do it again, which is a blessing for the most part.
I'm back here. Okay. I mean, the race was listed as 100K, but I mean, Rob and I figured we know we can run 100K like in 24 hours. Yeah. To us, we may not be the fastest, but we can do it. And so we sort of saw it as, you know, can we run 100 miles in the 24-hour time limit in Antarctica? We had really no idea. But we just thought that sounded a lot more challenging to us and interesting because nobody's done that yet. Nobody has run 100 miles less than 24 hours in Antarctica.